What's going on YouTube? So I've noticed other people are doing a list for every week of the episode that they saw that week. I thought I'd join in, and so we're gonna do it. We've got peak, great, good, mid, trash, and then these are all the shows I've dropped. I've dropped quite a few shows for one reason or another. Usually it's either they didn't perform well enough to justify spending over an hour, sometimes recording one episode, and others they just weren't good. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Infinite Gotcha and Assassin. I think they were both. I can't say they were trash, but they were definitely mid. But yeah. So let's get started with reorganize. There we go. Campfire cooking in another world. Last week, that was a lot of. It was good. I'm remembering what's happening, because sometimes I forget. Last week, kids almost died. Moo could have saved the kid's mother with a elixir, thanks to Sui. Sui should get all the credit, but they can't give it to him because Sui is too overpowered. It was a good episode. Good food. It had a good emotional pull for me. Overall, really good. It was a good, fun episode. I don't think there's ever been a mid episode of Campfire Cooking, but this one was good. This was a good episode. A Wild West boss appeared. Civil War was about to break out at the end. We saw Libra fight Jupiter the demon. We saw Dina do her thing and pretend to be either Dina or pretending to be Venus. It's hard to tell. It was a good episode, I think. Was it good or great is the real question. Great. Yeah, I think I'm good with great for right now. So yeah, so it was a great episode. Really, really good. And I think what we're gonna do is at the end of every tier list, I'm gonna sort it based on objectively if it was a good episode or not. But for now, these are based on my enjoyment of it. So it was a great episode overall. Okay, next one. With You Our Love Will Make It Through. This is an interesting show, but I'm not tier listing based on the show itself. So for now, episode wise, it was a great episode. We got to see some jealousy strike with Yukihiro and Asaka. He's competing with Tsunagu for her affection starting this past episode. It was a really good episode, man. I've been enjoying the show a lot, and I do think a lot of people are missing out by not, watching it or even reacting to it. I mean, I honestly think a lot of people are missing out on it. Disney Twisted Wonderland, the animation. Well, last week's episode was The Enchanted Mine. That was a good episode. Really good. I enjoyed it a lot. It was my longest recorded episode reaction to Disney Twisted Wonderland so far. It was also one of my longer reactions in general. Over an hour long. I'd put it in peak, honestly. It's really good. It's honestly a really good show. The episode itself was peak. I think I'd give that. I think it deserves to be up there. We got to see a little bit about Deuce and his mommy problems, because he's a mama's boy, a pretty big one apparently. And we saw him lash out. We got to see Emma, the main character, do his thing as the MC, as more of a backline leader compared to being a frontline combatant, which I liked. I appreciated that he can do that stuff in the background. He doesn't have to be up front, because they got the job done. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more it was a really good episode. I enjoyed my reaction to it, talking about it. Yeah, that was a peak episode. Sonda, such an interesting show. It's by Science Saru, the studio behind Dandadan. Last week's episode, let me see what it was real quick. I got a reminder. It was the Psycho Girl. I forgot her name. I have it written down, but I'm not gonna look for it. Psycho Girl, she wanted his thumbs. She wanted Santa Claus's thumbs because it'd be the most inconvenient part to lose. Which, I mean, yeah, it would. Because the thumbs do a lot of stuff. The episode... It was such a weird episode, man. I was fluctuating a lot with how I felt about it. I'd say I'm torn between putting it at the top of good and somewhere at the bottom of, near the bottom of great. Because it wasn't peak. It was not peak. I cannot give it that. The episode before that was peak. But this episode was not peak. Sanda, such... related to Sanda, it's such a shame that a lot of people just are not watching it. Like, in general, not just like on YouTube for reactions, but in general, people just aren't watching it a lot. Which kind of sucks. It's a good show. It's honestly really good. I think my enjoyment was dampened slightly by how flip-floppy it felt in terms of emotion. So I think in terms of enjoyment, I'm gonna put it at the top of good, not great. Okay. My Hero Academia, the final season. Last week's episode, I'm torn. I really want to give it great. I mean, peak, because it was peak, but oh no, I'm giving it peak. It was peak. Aizawa showed up. All of Class 1A showed up. They saved Deku at the end there. He lost his arms, but because of the cheat code that is Eri, she brought his arms back because apparently it's only been a few minutes since he lost them, which I'm still a little salty about how that happened, because it should not hit. I don't quite know how her quirk works, if she can somehow apparently remote control her quirk just because a piece of her horn is there. How it didn't just activate on Aizawa, because he's missing a leg as well, I'm pretty sure. How it didn't just like activate on him, because that's the thing. It activated on Deku and brought his arms back, but it should have activated on Aizawa as well, theoretically, and brought his leg back, maybe, or done something, because I don't buy the whole it was only like a few minutes ago, within like a few minutes of it happening. I don't buy that. There had to have been some more to it. The whole thing is just wild to me, man. But overall, it was a peak episode. I give it peak right now. Gnosia. Now, I'm not reacting to this on YouTube, but I am watching it on Patreon. You can check that out in the description down below. Gnosia's last episode was great. It was great. Top of great. It was really good. We got to meet a new character, learn about a new role, the Guardian Angel. And in terms of like the, what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. Mystery, lore. It was overall, it was a really good episode. Like, especially at the end there, seeing, Yuri get absolutely outsmarted, outplayed by Rakio. Phenomenal. It was a phenomenal ending there. Because not only am I just a huge simp for Rakio, great character, but also I do think this experience of getting outplayed by them will build up Yuri's growth, and it won't happen again, or it might take a few tries, but I do think this will help make Yuri better at what they are doing in the future. So it was a great episode. I almost want to give it peak as well, but I can't. It was not peak, unfortunately, but it was really good. I put these two Donghwas that I'm reacting to as well, even though they're not the fall, but I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with them yet. Togen Anki. If we were talking about not last week, but the episode before that, what episode was it? 17. I'd put it in peak. Togen Anki, unironically, is a very, very good show. And all the people that are like writing it off as a typical battle shonen, or were turned off because the author has a type of woman, they're missing out big time. But I can't put last week's episode in peak. But it's in great. Now, whether or not it's at the top of great, that's debatable. But I'm gonna leave it there for now. But it was great. Last week's episode before that one, peak. But great. Gachi Akira. Gachi Akira. Gachi Akira. Gachi Akira. Peak. Yeah. So far, every episode, the last like 4 or 5 episodes of Gachi Akira have been peak. They've been really, really good. It's just been going up and up and up. And I'm currently recording this on Sunday night. It's 10:20 p.m. currently. I just released my Gachi Akira reaction earlier today. Check it out. But it was a really good episode. We got some backstory, a little bit more backstory about the Watchmen series, seeing Regato be a really good dad and just like take care of Rudo, try to help him with his pain, and just be a good guy. And then we also see the fact that they're in a giant trash beast that's gonna fly up to the sphere. And then we also got to see Dear Santa do Dear Santa things. Dear Santa's such a fun character, and so is Bro Santa, to be fair. And the more I think about it, the more I want to put Gachi Akira at the top of peak. It's just, that was just such a good episode. Yeah, it's really good. A really good episode. Now, okay, now let's talk about the Dawn Moths. Technically, it's not fall, but I am currently reacting to them during the fall, so I'm going to throw them in here. Good. Good. That was easy. That's good. Okay, now let's see. Let's reorganize this based objectively on the episode, as an episode itself. Good. Yeah. There. This is based objectively. Okay. Technically, this isn't objectively just on as an show itself. Because if it was, I'd be putting Disney Twists of Wonderland down here. Cause it looked pretty good, but it was not. It probably could have been better if someone else was doing this. But I still did speak. Anyways, this is probably a more realistic look at how I feel about how it is. Not just enjoyment, but just logically. But this is overall. Let me put it back here. Yeah. Actually, there. That's how it should be, I think. I think that's probably how it should actually be. But yeah, this is the tier list for this week of fall 2025. Yeah, I think I like this more. Yeah, this fits. I mean, there. Okay, this is okay. Based purely on enjoyment, this is the tier list for how I feel for this past week's episodes. Yeah, I like this. It looks good. And I'm gonna wrap it up here. This is what I thought. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Let me know how you would tier list your episodes for the week. And let me know if you disagree or agree. And do all that good stuff in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my other reactions, Patreon down below for full length. And you can see the Gnosia reactions right over there. And yeah, thanks for watching YouTube, and I will catch you next time.